Hey, it's me, it's Mr. Miller. Let's go ahead and get started on what are minerals. So what is a mineral? A mineral is defined as a naturally occurring solid that can form by inorganic or non-living processes and that has a crystal structure and a definite chemical composition. Now there are 5 characteristics of minerals that make a mineral a mineral. Number 1, it has to be naturally occurring. 2, it forms by inorganic or non-living processes. 3, it must be a solid. 4, it has a definite crystal composition. And 5, it has a crystal structure. If it doesn't have one of those 5 things, it's not a mineral. Now, let's talk about each one of those 5 things here. First of all, naturally occurring. All minerals are substances that are formed by natural processes. Example, coal forms from the remains of dead plants and animals. Okay, and then another example, quartz forms as magma cools beneath the earth. These are all natural processes. Inorganic processes forms from materials that were not part of living things. Alright, solids, pretty basic here. It has a definite shape and a definite volume. Crystal structure means the mineral particles form with repeating patterns. The repeating pattern forms a solid called a crystal, such as quartz. It has a chemical composition. This means minerals always contain certain elements in definite proportions. An element is a substance composed of a single kind of atom. This is a review from chapter 8. Example, quartz always contains 1 atom of silicon for every 2 atoms of oxygen. Alright, so how do minerals form? Minerals form in 3 main ways. They can form from organic or living processes, kind of like coal there, from solutions, and 3 from magma or lava. So let's talk about each one of those 3 things. Organic processes. All minerals can form from inorganic processes. However, there are some that can also form from organic or living processes. Example, clams and corals. These are both organic. They're both living in the ocean. They produce shells and skeletons. These are made out of the mineral calcite. So that's an example of an organic process of a living thing that is producing a mineral. Next page. Solutions. A solution is a mixture in which 1 or more substances is dissolved in another. Okay, we're talking about dissolving, going back to chapter 8 again. So when elements and compounds that are dissolved in water leave the solution, crystallization occurs. The best example is think about salt water evaporates. So once that water is gone, what's left behind? The salt crystals. That's a solution. That's another way that minerals form. Finally, magma and lava. This is one that most people are, probably the most common one that we're familiar with. Many crystals form from magma and lava. When they cool, they form crystals. Now, the size of the crystal that you get depends on how fast it cools, the amount of gas in the magma, and the chemical composition of the magma. So, for example, fast cooling. So if you have magma or lava that's going to cool super fast, you're going to get 0 crystals. Nothing's going to form. If it slows kind of medium, cooling is medium, then you're going to get small crystals. If it's very, very slow cooling and takes a long time for it to cool down, then you're going to get really large crystals. Just as a review, some people get confused between magma and lava. Magma is what cools inside the earth. So it's from inside the earth. Examples, quartz, feldspar, and mica come from magma, which is cooled inside the earth. If it's actually outside of the earth, on the surface of the earth, we call that lava. And olivine is an example of a mineral that forms from lava on the outside of the earth's surface there. Okay? So there's our basic mineral notes.